Hello, hello, hello. I am the Linux Mench. Well, today I'm going to do part 4 of my OpenBSD series. I wasn't planning to do 4 parts, but hey, what can I say? So, a week and a half ago when I went through my install of OpenBSD, I installed DWM and the ST terminal from the OpenBSD repository. And of course, I got the default DWM, which means you can't configure it or change it. And if you want to configure it, you're supposed to install it from source, build it from source. And today I'm going to do that. So let's get to it. Right now, I'm in my main production computer. I'm in Arch Linux with the DWM window manager. And today I'm not going to work in a virtual machine. I'm going to work in a real bare metal computer that's running OpenBSD. And I'm going to use my capture card to record from that computer. So I'm going to switch over there, so don't go away. I'll be back. I'm back. So right now, I'm using my capture card to record from my real bare metal computer that's running OpenBSD with the default DWM from the OpenBSD repository. And I'm also running the ST terminal from the OpenBSD repository, the default. So I'm going to do my Alt key. And first of all, before that, notice that the status bar is really small. Notice that your 9 workspaces are really small and you're able to see them. Notice on the far right, there's no clock. And notice it says DWM 6.5. So the default DWM, there's no clock. And in the right-hand corner, they always have the number of DWM. So it says DWM 6.5. Like the most current version of DWM is 6.8, and here it's showing 6.5 because this is the default DWM from the OpenBSD repository. So now I'm going to open a terminal, and the mod key right now is Alt. I'm going to do Alt P is going to open up D menu, and I'm going to type in ST. And this is the default ST terminal from the OpenBSD repository. And notice it's really small. The font is, you can hardly read it. You could hold down the shift and the control and go page up. And I'm just going to do a fast fetch. So you can see I'm in OpenBSD 7.8. This is my Acer Aspire 3950. It's not a virtual machine. I'm in the Zest shell. I'm in DWM window manager. And I'm running the ST terminal. And let's just do an HTOP. Oh, wow, it's running high. So it's only using 2 of my processors. And I think I explained that in another video. And I'm running at 1.2 gigabytes of RAM. That's really high. Anyways, let's get out of there and let's clear the screen. Now, as a side note, I'm going to give you a bonus. So OpenBSD uses Doas instead of sudo. And in my previous videos, I complained because with sudo, when you're working in the terminal, if you type in a command that needs authorization, you type in sudo and your password. But if you're typing in several commands after that need authorization, you don't have to keep typing in your password. You still have to type in sudo in the command, but it remembers that you already typed in your password, so you don't have to keep typing them in. But with Doas, by default, every time you type in a command, you have to type in your password. It's not remembering that you already typed in your password at 30 seconds ago or a minute ago. And I kind of made a comment. I made several comments about it and complained about it. Well, you can change Doas so it remembers your password for 5 minutes, unless, of course, you close the terminal and reopen it again. So I'm going to show you that, and that's a bonus, because really this video is supposed to be about installing DWM from source in OpenBSD. Okay, so what I'm going to do is go into Etsy. I'm going to ls it. So you see this doas.conf file. I'm going to clear the screen, and I'm going to doas vim into etsydoas.conf. I'm going to enter it, and I'm going to put my password in. And line 14 is there by default activated. There's no comment there. So I put a comment there, I deactivated it, and I put line 15 in. And the word persist, see permit persist, this persist word means that if you're working in the terminal and you're typing in several commands that need Doas, it's going to remember that you put in your password. You're only going to have to put in your password once, and it's going to last for 5 minutes. Unless, of course, you close the terminal and reopen it again and do a Doas command, then you're going to have to put your password back in. That's all I had to do was put the word persist there, I deactivated line 14 and I typed in line 15, and now it will remember that I put in my password, and I can type in lots of commands that need Doas, and I don't have to keep typing in the password over and over again. So I'm going to quit out of there. Now watch, if we go back in there, I'm not going to have to type in my password again. It just takes me right back in. It's working similar to sudo. Now, apparently the default is more secure. So let's say you're using sudo and you type in a sudo command, and you put your password in, and then you have to walk away from your computer. Somebody else could come in, type in a sudo command. They don't have to put the password in, and they could do some damage to your computer. I don't have to worry about that because my wife is the only other person here. And this permit only lasts for 5 minutes anyways. And then it wears off, and then you do have to type in your password. So anyways, that's how you can change it so it functions more like sudo. So let's get into the meat of this video. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to clear the screen, and I'm going to vim into xenrc, and I'm going to change my xenrc file. I'm going to uncomment awesome so we can get into awesome window manager, and I'm going to comment out dwm, and I'm going to save the file, and I'm going to clear the screen. I'm going to type in startx. Now we're in the awesome window manager, and notice it's -2 degrees Celsius, better than the minus 15 it was a week ago. So anyways, I'm going to open up a terminal, and now we're in Xterm. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take out DWM and the ST terminal because I'm going to build them from source. I'm going to type in the command like that, and I'm going to hit enter. It's asking for my password, so I'm going to put my password in. And now we're taking out DWM and the ST terminal. And notice we took out DWM 6.5. Now I'm going to clear the screen. So if you don't have my GitLab repository, you should download it. And that's the command to download it. And that command is in the show notes of all my videos. If you already downloaded it, you should update it because I made changes in it today. So you're going to cd into Mench, and you're going to do a git pull. Now, mine is already up to date. Okay. Then I'm going to clear the screen. And after you're in the Mench folder and you've updated it, we're going to ls it. We're going to cd into the OpenBSD folder. Going to clear the screen. I'm going to ls it, and we're going to cd into the DWM folder. I'm going to clear the screen, cd DWM, and I'm going to clear the screen. Now, before you run my scripts, so you should install these packages. Now, I don't have these packages included in my install script for DWM, but you should install wget, feh for wallpaper, dmenu, and rofi. Now, you don't have to have rofi installed. And you don't even have to have feh installed, which is for the wallpaper. But my install script will not work without wget. So you definitely have to install wget, or else my scripts won't work and you won't be able to install DWM from source. So now I'm going to vim into install. Well, let's just ls it. I'm going to vim into that installer file. And this is the file. So you should look at it. If you're going to run the script, you should look at the file. You should always do that. Okay. So I'm just going to get out of there. I'm going to clear the screen, and I'm going to run the script. You're going to put the command in like that, and I'm going to hit enter. And I'm going to let it run through. Now this script, if you've been watching my videos, I have something like this in my Arch Linux folder, my Debian folder, and I think my Linux Mint folder, and so forth. But this DWM and ST script that's in OpenBSD, I made a separate OpenBSD folder because this is modified. The script is not exactly the same as it is in my Debian folder and my Arch folder. And even this script, this DWM and ST terminal script, it's not even the same as it is in Debian and Arch. So the one that's in Debian, the script is different than the script that's in Arch Linux, and the script that is here is also different. Okay? Sorry about that. Over explaining again. Some people love it and some people hate it. So anyways, when it paused and it looks like it's stuck and it's not working and it's paused, and you see the cursor is in the bottom left-hand corner, and you see some dones here. See done? There's another done there, and there's a few more dones atop, and it's paused. It means it's finished. Doesn't mean it's stuck or it's broken. So I'm going to hit the enter button. I'm going to cd out of there. I'm going to clear the screen, and I'm going to ls it. So you should have a patches folder in your home directory, and you should also have a builds folder in the home directory. So we're just going to cd into patches, ls it, and you should have those 3 files there. But we're not going to do anything in this folder. I'm going to cd out of it. And I'm going to cd into builds folder, clear the screen and ls it. You should have a DWM and an ST folder. I'm going to cd into ST folder. I'm going to ls it. And because this is BSD, I have to go into this config.make file and make a few changes. Now, before I do that, I just want to see that Mench is the owner. Okay, I'm going to vim into config.mk and I'm going to scan down. So see at line 28 where it says OpenBSD. Now I'm not going to uncomment that line, but I'm going to uncomment the next 5 lines. So we're take the comment out, take the comment out, take the comment out, take the comment out, and take it out. Okay, so I'm not going to uncomment line 28 because that's just a title, but I'm going to uncomment or activate line 29, 30, 31, 32, and 33. Okay, now I'm going to save the file. Now I'm going to run this script. It's a scroll back script for the simple terminal. So I'm going to type the command in like that and hit enter, and that's done. Now we're going to make the ST terminal, the simple terminal. I'm going to do Doas. I'm going to type in the command like that, Doas make clean install. I'm going to put my password in, and that's done. I'm going to cd out of there. I'm going to cd back into builds. I'm going to clear the screen. I'm going to ls it. I'm going to cd into DWM, ls it, and in DWM, I have to go into this config.make file and also make a change. So I'm going to vim into config.make. I'm going to scan down. So see on line 20, it says OpenBSD, and in brackets it has uncomment. So I'm not going to uncomment line 20, but I'm going to uncomment line 21 and 22. Or in other words, I'm going to make line 21 and 22. I'm going to activate those 2 lines. I'm going to take the hashtag out there, take it out there. Okay, so we're not going to activate line 20 where it says OpenBSD, but I'm going to activate line 21 and 22, and I'm going to save the file and get out of there. Now I'm going to run this script, run all monitors. This allows me to have 2 monitors in DWM. And what it's going to do, it's going to make sure that my status bar is on both monitors. Okay, and I'm going to run this auto start script so that my auto start file works with DWM. So I'm going to run the all monitors script like that. I'm going to hit enter, and that's done. And then I'm going to run the auto start script like that, hit enter, and that's done. Now I'm going to clear the screen, and now I'm going to make a clean install for DWM. I'm going to type in the command like that and hit enter, and that's done. And of course, if there's an error, you're going to get an error message, but if there's no error message, you're good to go. So now I'm going to clear the screen, I'm going to cd out of there, and I'm going to vim into my xnrc file, and I'm just going to take a look at it, and it's good to go. And I'm just going to take a look at, I'm going to cd into DWM, ls it, make sure my auto start file is looking good. And I'm going to close it. I'm going to clear the screen. And you know what? Let's get out of there. So we just left the awesome window manager. And I'm going to clear the screen. I'm going to type in startx. And I see a problem. My configuration file didn't copy over properly. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to open up Alt-P. Is going to bring in the ST terminal. So the ST terminal built properly. cd into Mench, open, DWM, ls it. And what happened when I ran my script, sometimes when I run these scripts, the configuration file, my configuration file doesn't get copied over properly. Why? I don't know. So, like if we go into the installer, vim, install, see on line 23, I have the command copy config.h to my builds DWM folder. And for some reason, sometimes it doesn't work. I don't know why. If you do, let me know in the comments. So I'm going to manually copy my configuration file in. Oh, it's asking for my password because when we built DWM, it made a configuration file and it made it owned by root. So I'm going to use Doas, put my password in, and it's done. So I'm going to cd out of there. This doesn't always happen. Sometimes it works properly and sometimes it doesn't. I'm going to cd into builds, DWM, LL, and now we have my config.h file is there, and it's saying it's partly owned by root, so you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to run this command. Now I just changed ownership. Let's go back there. There we go. And the whole file is owned by Mench now. I'm going to clear the screen. Now we have to remake DWM. We're going to do sudo. Whenever you change the configuration file, you have to remake DWM. Same thing with the simple terminal. Notice I didn't have to put my password in because a moment ago, I ran the doas command to change ownership of the file and I put my password in. And it was just a moment ago, so it remembers for 5 minutes. So it remembered, and I didn't have to put my password in. I still had to type Doas, but it remembered my password was in there. Now, because my configuration file is messed up, or because it was messed up, I don't think I can get out of here. Oh, I got out. Good. Okay, so now we're going to type in startx, and there we are. We're in DWM with my configuration file. We have wallpaper, we have the clock, we have nice and large font, we have my workspaces from 1 to 5, then there's GIMP, Kdenlive, Vert Manager, and OBS. Okay, and my mod key is Alt, so Alt W should open up Firefox, because that's my key binding. And there we are. We're in Firefox. Alt X is going to close it. Alt Enter should open up the ST terminal. And there we are. We're in the ST terminal. Let's type in fast fetch. And of course, you can see I'm in my Acer Aspire 3950. I'm in the DWM window manager. I'm running the ST terminal. And we are running, let's do an HTOP. Wow, running high. Runs a lot higher than Arch Linux and even higher than Debian. Wow. So Alt X. And if you want to know what my key bindings are, I've already showed this in my Arch Linux videos. CD into builds, CD into DWM. Let's vim into config.h. We can go down here. So if you go down to line 90, you can see mod key P is going to open up. So you see here, you have mod key P is going to open up D menu. Mod key return is going to open up the terminal, the ST terminal. Mod key W is going to open up Firefox. Mod key P, well, that's not going to work because I don't have Nemo installed, right? So you just could, I have Thunar installed. So you know what? I'm going to have to change that because Nemo is not available in the main OpenBSD repository. What I'm going to do is type in Thunar, and I'm going to go here and type in Thunar, and I'm going to save it. But whenever we make a change to configuration file, we have to rebuild it. I'm going to clear the screen and do as, oh, it's asking for my password. When you're using permit, it's going to ask for your password after 5 minutes lapses, or if you close the terminal and go back in. So I'll put my password in, and now there's an error. What did I do wrong? Let's vim into config.h. I forgot something. On line 78, you have to put Thunar in twice. Okay, so on line 78, I have to put Thunar in twice. And then on line 95, you have to put Thunar in at the end. Now I got to save the file, and I got to rebuild the system again, and it worked. And now you have to log out and back in, or my configuration file has Control-Alt-Q is going to reset it. Okay, now let's close the terminal. So let's do Control-Alt-P. Opens up Thunar. Okay. Now, I didn't intend for this to be an instruction video on how to use DWM or how to use my configuration file of DWM. But hey, that's a bonus. Okay. And of course, you can always do Alt-P, which opens up D menu. Look how large D menu is. Notice in the default DWM, D menu was so tiny and so small. So you could type in Thunar this way, hit enter, and there's Thunar. And that's it. In this video, part 4 of OpenBSD, I showed how to install DWM and the ST terminal, the simple terminal, from source using my install scripts that were modified for OpenBSD. And I also showed how to change a key binding in my configuration file for OpenBSD. And as a bonus, I showed how to make Doas have persistence. So if you're typing several commands that need authorization in the terminal, you don't have to keep typing in your password. And I showed all this in a real bare metal computer. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please like it and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching. Until next time, I am the Linux Mench.